Welcome back to the latest episode of TT Players. My name's Sung Soo, and we're talking about Polkhawk again. So, in full honesty, Arisana is the girl I just can't quit. So, we're going to circle back to her in the next video. But I did want to follow up on Polk about kind of where we were and where I think the deck was. So, we tried to make this, like, for lack of a better term, aggro Polk, right? We're running Gildy, we're running Arthur, Gawain, Ro, Coco, and we're just trying to get in there quick, deal a bunch of damage, and get out of there. And to be frank, it wasn't working. We're just not fast enough when we're compared to the pure aggro decks of the meta. So then my brain went, can we make it more of a mid-range deck? And this is what we're going to try to do today. So the first option I want to give us is Serene here. Now, I know this might seem crazy. We're not going to do it all the time. But Serene basically gives us the glimpse and it gives us Recover 6. Both of which I think could be super relevant. So we only had 11 cards in there anyway. I'm going to go up to 12 here and just add the Serene. It might be a bad call, but we're going to run it. I also think we could go with an additional 1 costing card in here, but I don't know what it would be. So getting to the main deck, if we're going to switch to this more like mid-rangey deck, there's a couple cards I definitely want to add, and the first one is going to be Fast Cure. I want to run 4 of them. It's a float. We know we're trying to level up, especially if we're playing Serene. It's easy for our influence to be under our opponents. I think that Recovery 4 is just going to be really big here. The second card that I want to increase in numbers is Fireworks Display. So I actually want to bump this up to 4, and hear me out here. Basically, we're hoping on a Bombard board wipe, but that's only dealing 2 damage to each unit, right? And when we look at these decks that are super popular right now, what do we see? We're just seeing 2/3s, right? Paladin, Lurking Assailant, Imperial Recruit eventually becomes a 2/3, right? Esteemed Knight, 2/3. Dungeon Guide, 1/3. This Trained Sharpshooter is in a Tony deck from Yamakin, I don't know how to say that. It's literally a textless 2/3, right? So we're seeing all these 3 toughnesses. That's what we have to punch through. And the Bombard is just going to come up short for us. So on the turns we send the Bombard, I want to pair that with a Fireworks Display. That is theoretically our board wipe, right? That gets 3 damage to the board. That should clear a bunch of these 2/3s, right? So we're upping Fireworks Display to 4. Blazing Shot has felt great. Incendiary Shot has felt phenomenal. I would love more Incendiaries. I don't think we're running Arthur anymore. I don't think I'm running Gildy anymore. I know we might be getting crazy territories here. I think I want to remove Gawain. And now I get it. It's like it's a completely different shell. But again, we're kind of going for this grindier mid-range version. So I'm good with Hasty. Rocket Jump has been really good. I think I tentatively want Rocket Jump to go up to 3. Yeah, we're going to try 3 Rocket Jumps. Bomber has felt great. Floating Memory with just a really high upside. Cannoneer, I think I like more the longer the game goes. She's also just a 2/3 for us. Duelist has felt fine. Airship Engineer, I think, is really good with the draw to possibly replace us. So all of those are good. We might fudge the numbers a little bit there. Where's my Force Load? Forced Load, I want to up to a 4 count. I think this is one of the opportunities we have to really have an explosive turn. It also gives us an additional way to attack the turn we level Polkhawk up, right? Basically, the only way we have a bullet if we rush Polk out is if we hit a Dungeon Guide, which isn't in the deck, or we Force Load, or we played an Incendiary Shot. So I think I want Force Load going up to 4 copies there. Yeah, I'm good on that. I think Gun Shield is something we really need to consider because there's just so many water decks and we are so dependent on that Bombard. So I'm tentatively going to add 2 of those. That might be crazy, but we're going to try. Sidestep is a card I've been eyeballing. It's an assassin reaction. Costs 1 less to activate if we're level 2 or higher. So we're going to get the Polkhawk discount, even though it's an assassin spell just by leveling 2. Target ally in stealth until the end of the turn. I'm going to add 1 as like a tentative, like a maybe. The other card that I think is really interesting is Crimson. I think Crimson Tier could work out pretty well for us, right? On level 1, right, it's attacking and retaliating. We have a 3-2. Okay, that's great into a 2-3 meta where Crimson Tier is able to trade really well and basically kill whatever we want. When you activate a reaction card that targets Crimson Tier, draw a card in your memory. Then if it's not your turn, wake up Crimson Tier. Okay, so like if we're going to lean into the reaction build, right, if we're going to say, I've got Reposition, I've got Evasive Maneuvers, both of those are really good. We just upped our count of Rocket Jump by 1 to 3, and we might go higher. We have, oh, that's not a reaction. I wish Backstep was a reaction. Sidestep. Then maybe we can get Crimson Tier to work here. That's my theory. I don't know if it's good, but I think that might be our best kind of just mid-range card at that point. So let's see. What does that put us? 66 card. We got to lose 6 cards here. What are we not feeling? Do these need to go sideboard? Let's add those to the sideboard. Oh, we already have 2 Gun Shield sideboard. This we can remove from the sideboard. Trained Sharpshooter we can remove. I don't want Seeking Shot anymore. I don't want the Gunslinger. Serene Fire we added to the main deck. I don't think Munitions is good enough. So let's just up that to 3 sideboard there. Yep. I like that well enough. Is Hasty good enough? Rococo? I'm going to tentatively remove Rococo. I would like to run at least 3 sidesteps. I'd really like to run 4. Does Blazing Throw need to get cut? Ooh. Allies. Sure, let's go Blazing. We're not trying to burst him down. We're 3 cards over here. Where are we squimping room here? Let's go to 3 dual. How many allies do I have in this deck? Rocket Jump doesn't count. 24 allies? I don't know. What 3 cards are we cutting here, people? We're leaning into the reactions. Okay, let's cut a Cannoneer. Let's just remove Hasty. What does that put us at? Can I add my Cannoneer back in? I'm 1 card under. Do we just up this to 4 and call it a day? Is that good enough? So again, the main changes here, we're switching more to mid-range. I'm trying to use Firework Display, combining that with a Bombard to clear the board, right? Because the meta looks like it's a bunch of 3-butts, right? I don't know. Pick ally deck. There's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, right? Everyone is a 3-butt here. So I feel like we need that Fireworks Display. We drop some of our early aggro pieces. We're switching to Crimson Tier for kind of like recurring value. Crimson Tier plus our reactions, of which we have 4 sidesteps. That's not a reaction. 4 evasive maneuvers. 4 repositions seems pretty good. We also have 3 rocket jump. So again, we could put that on Crimson Tier. Not spectacular there. We upped our force load numbers. And I think this is kind of where I want to be here. We added Fast Cure. I think this is where I want to try mid-range Polk. All right, let's look at the sideboard and see if we can figure out the sideboard here. So are there other reaction cards that we think are worth adding in here? Because that's kind of like where we are living here. Nope, I think it's a subtype. Subtype reaction. Okay, we did it. We have Rocket Jump, Tether and Flames, the counterspell. Nah, I don't think it's good enough. Vanish from sight, you're champion against stealth. Take cover, target unit control against stealth until the end of the turn. That also becomes distant. That didn't cost so much. And what it cost 5 down to 4. Polkhawk brings it down to 3. That's a lot. That just costs so much. Deflecting Edge has ruined me if I have to pay for it. I just don't ever want to do that. We have evasive maneuvers in the deck. We think it's good. Fortified Mana Shield. That's interesting. I don't think it's good enough. Especially because we're not getting reduction on it, obviously, right? I don't see anything. I mean, this is the Primo reaction, right? Resolute. All right, let's add Resolutes to the sideboard. I think I just want 3 of them. We need a Null Lantern in the board. Reset the filters here. So then our main deck. We're not utilizing the bin super well here. Creative Shock is more for just card sorting. Duelist and Cannoneer are really the only ones leveraging the bin. But that feels fine. So I don't hate it if I have to run out the Null Lantern. We're able to play the Serene Fire, which gives us that recover, a little bit extra hit points and glimpse. The quote-unquote synergy of us being at 6 cards lets us turn on that early fast cure a little bit more. When we hit turn 3, we want to be able to Fireworks display into, hopefully we played an Incendiary Shot, and that lets us immediately come in with that Bombard and clear out all those 3-butts that we're kind of seeing run rampant in the meta here, right? Here's another list, right? 3, that's a 2. That's a 2. 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. There's just so many 3-butts on these lists. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So I'm going to try this. So again, Polk just felt a little too slow in the aggro build. He honestly just felt a little outclassed. So we're switching it up more to this mid-range build. We've just kind of got this kind of higher recurring value package built in here. Leveraging the reactions a little bit more. Value allies kind of, right? Crimson Tier being the big one where double dips and kind of the reaction to get us more card value here. We're going to give it a try. So let me know. Have you been having luck with Polkhawk? Have you tried it maybe with Wind or something like that? I love him. I want him to work. He's just felt outclassed with pure fire aggro, so I'm excited to try this more mid-range build. Also, the next video is going to be about Arisana. I've really enjoyed playing her. I kind of want to explore what the other elements look like for her, kind of talk through that, give a little bit of dojo there, so look for that in the next coming days too. So thanks for tuning in. Let me know how your Polkhawk adventures are going. Let's update this list. We are 0.1.01 now. Chubby King. Migration to of a mid-range deck. All right, let's publish that baby. Thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, cheers and happy gaming.